All right, we're live streaming here. I'm a little tired, but this is what you do. You get in the live streaming game, you show up. So we're in Studio One, and let's just pick an instrument and see if we can wake our asses up and get a little inspired somehow. So what do we got? What is Tau? Tau has some free plugins. I believe this is a free plugin, Tau Bassline. Yeah, let's use this. Let's see what kind of stuff we can do with this. And there's no presets, and I don't see any presets in the actual instrument itself. So let's mess with the settings and come up with our own sound. So we got a sine modulator wave. What a sine? That doesn't sound like. Oh, here's the oscillator. So there's a lot of portamento. So let's take the portamento down because I'm just not a fan. It's a pretty fat sounding synth, though. I got to give that to him. What is this? All right, not much. All right, let's do that. Let's do something with that. So let's hit the tempo. Boom, 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 boom. That's 120. And let's just turn the metronome on. Let's record something. Yeah. All right, just messed around, came up with something like that. Let's quantize it, fix the mistakes, and see what we can do with it. Nope, that's not it. There. Cool. Let's loop it. All right, it's a little harsh. So right now we are going to use the auto filter in Studio One. And if I could spell it right, it will show up. And what is the auto filter? Well, it's a normal filter where you cut off frequencies, but it does auto stuff too, with an LFO, which means it goes up and down or back and forth or left or right. It moves. So let's hear how it sounds. All right, I like it just stock. Let's keep it like that. And let's open up our mixer, make an effects track, and let's put an analog delay in there. And let's add some analog delay to our synth with the send. Now let's put a compressor on because the louds get a little too loud and the softs are a little too soft. So let's see if we can kind of squash it a little bit. So you see what I did? The compressor squashes it down, so even when the filter opens, it's just as loud as it is when the filter's closed. It's just a different tone. If I turn off the compressor, it gets too loud when the filter goes off. So. Sweet. Let's bring in some drums now. So let's go to Instruments and Presonus and then Impact. And let's go to City Kit. I'm not sure what any of these are, but I just like popping them open. See what's going on. Ooh, nice kit. All right. These are great. And we're going to use a pattern in this. So I don't know any quick way to do patterns. Instrument part, Control P. So if we have this track selected and hit Control P, boom, it puts a pattern in there. Pattern is different. No, that's not what I wanted. Insert. Oh, Control P is insert instrument part. We want to insert a pattern. Control Shift P. Patterns are fun and cool. Control Shift P. This is a pattern. Now we got a little drumstick. We got a little drumstick, and we could do stuff like this. Dun, 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 dun. Let's hear it. Cool. So now we got this like 80s style beat, and let's bring a bass in now. So let's use Mai Tai, and just pick one of the basses in here, and then we'll edit it a little bit. What is buzz? That might be good just on its own, but let's turn off the delay. Alright, I wanted to keep that last one I did, but if we use retrospective recording, it just loops everything over and over. I don't know if there's a way to when you have loops going, to make retrospective recording actually pull out the entire thing. If we stretch this out, no, it just keeps looping. Maybe if we record it as takes, that might do it. Let's open up the record panel. Let's just do this as an experiment. Open a record panel. For instrument loop record, instead of recording mix, let's record as takes with retrospective recording, and let's just see what happens. And what did it do? Yes, it did record as takes. There's all the takes. But I didn't even hit record. Oh, I hit record. I want to check this with retrospective recording. Stop that. All right, so I'm not recording. I'm just playing. I want to keep that last one. So if we hit retrospective, do we have takes? And we do have takes. Take 7's the one I want. Beautiful. We're going to keep that. And let's do an arpeggiated thinger-dinger on top of that. So to make arpeggiated thinger-dingers, let's just use Mojito, which is a very not much used synth. And let's see if we can have it pluck somehow. Let's get a good pluck out of it. It's probably not the best synth to use for plucking, to be honest. That might do it. That might do it. As weird as it sounds now. I don't like that portamento. How do I stop that portamento? Legato. Off. Alright. And that's, what kind of effects do we got? That's cool. All right, let's see. Check this out. I'm just going to go a little nutso here. Let's open up the mixer. I think if we just go to effects and pull in a room reverb and chuck it on its own track, it will make its own effects track for that. And I was wrong. It just made a new track. It made track 5. So let's remove that. I want to make a new effects track. There's an easy way to do it. If you go, I think it's that way. You go to Mojito, you go to Ascend, add an effects channel, put room reverb. I guess that's one way to do it, right? Oh, okay. Under Sends. That's how I can do it. Okay. All right, let's get rid of effects too. You probably don't know what I did there because I'm talking to myself and I'm not making sense. But this is cool. Let's just, and let's do the same thing with analog delay. We could literally just take an analog delay, chuck it under Sends, and it will make an effects track for it. And now I'm going to play some chords. Okay, so what we're going to do. All right, turn on retro segment recording. Let's quantize that. Now, if we solo this, it's going to sound crappy. Yeah, this is a glitch in Studio One. I don't know how to quantize the front of this. Well, let's just bring in the arpeggiator. Go from there. That might be cool just on its own. I think the mids are a little too high, so let's do some EQ. Let's hit EQ, Pro EQ. Let's see what's going on here in the sound. I think the mids are going to be too high. Yeah, it's very MIDI. Let's hear how it sounds in the mix. Sounds pretty cool. I think it needs another little effect in there, though. What could we put in there? It just needs a little something extra. Like maybe some dirt. Maybe a red light district. Yeah, that's what it needed. Some little warmth. Pretty interesting. Let's do one more thing here. We're just going to sidechain the bass just to let that kick drum pop in a little harder. So can we do that? I think we can do that. Let's put a compressor on there, on the bass. And let's sidechain it to track 1 of Impact, which should be just the bass drum. And see what goes on here. Cool. All right, we got to put something else in there too, just for fun, just for funsies. Let's put let's go to Presonus, go to MyTie, and let's just initialize the patch, and just bring the filter down, and just put a nice little reverby pad in there. So we got, yeah, let's try that. Let's try on pre-count so we can record right in there. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right, so here's what we did. Nice little synthy. Let's throw a chorus on there and then we'll be done with it. Don't want to screw things up too much, but we want to add some joy. Nice. All right, get the idea? We messed around in Studio One, got some juices flowing. That is the idea of the live stream, juice. I'm all about the juice. All right, so see you next stream.